early. I guess it's not. It's 11 o'clock, but I did get up bright and early and I came in to the studio and I'm supposed to be working on preparing a big online fabric sale. And I have been doing that, but then my breaks from doing the spreadsheets of the inventory and weighing bolts and trying to figure out quantities of everything, plugging all that into my website, into my shop. My break is to play around with these. So I've been playing around with these half rectangle triangles. I mentioned it the other day. Let me just grab the ruler. So the ruler I'm using is Latifa Safir's Hertie ruler. Latifa has some really amazing, very cool rulers. She also has rulers called the clammies. I haven't used the clammies yet. I haven't bought them, but I do want to. But I got this Hertie ruler, honestly, probably 2 years ago, and then I promptly stored it away and then lost it. And so last week I found the ruler, and my friend Sherry, who is also a Sew Squad member, was visiting, and she's like, I've used it a bunch. I'll show you how to do it. So she cut all these pieces for me and showed me how to use this ruler. It does have like 2 sides to it. So there's printing on both sides because you flip the ruler back and forth depending on which direction you're cutting and which direction then you're trimming. So with the Hertie ruler, you're cutting pieces larger than you need, slightly larger. You're slicing them diagonally, and then you use it again to trim down. So that's really nice because then you end up with these really nice, precise half rectangle triangles. When you do a big stack though, randomly, like Sherry did for me, you do end up with lots of extras. So actually my pile isn't too big, but I do have like, here's some extra pieces. Not sure if I'm gonna, switch out anything else. I've been playing with this for a week now. And for a while I had them going all different directions. I was trying to be really improv-y, but today I woke up and I thought, I don't like the way it looks. I kept taking photos along the way and then taking those photos, turning them into black and white to see value. And it was just a little too crazy. This collection is called Prismatic. It comes out in August. It's my 30th collection with Andover Fabrics, so it looks like a party, which means it looks pretty wild already. I haven't mixed it with anything else here. Like it goes well with, it would go great with glaze, phosphor, any of my other basics or my more tonal solids, but I wanted to just have the challenge of just using this collection on its own. Yeah, 30, woo, pretty awesome. But it's chaotic, so when I had all the rectangles turned all different ways, it was too much chaos. You know that I love a little chaos when it comes to improv, but you have to rein it in a little bit. So then I started to, this morning, rearrange everything, trying to create some, you can see some diamonds that are obvious. Here's one here, here's another one here. So it's a little more, it's not all diamonds, but I feel like it's more organized than it was when I originally had everything going every which way. Hang on, I'll show you the whole thing. There it is. Now, I forget how big this is going to end up being. It looks nice and big here. I think it'll end up being, let's see, these are 5 inches, 5 by 10 finished. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it's a 60 by 60 finished quilt. But that's what I want. This is going to be one that I'll throw in a bag, go to the beach every couple days with my son. We're going to sit there and draw, and I'll probably do some hand stitching. So this is our official 2026 summer beach quilt. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not too worried. I just wanted it to be fun. And the cool thing is that these did come together so quickly, even with the trimming. Honestly, I got all of these HRTs done in like 2 days, not full time, like just a couple hours each day. The longest part of this process has just been flipping them around and trying to get something that I like. So yeah, I'm excited for this collection to be out in the world too. Another part of the collection that's sold separately will be these panels. And for a while, I was like, should I put this panel in the center? But I think this panel deserves something else around it. So it's this big, it's not looking as neon as it should, but it's super bright neon with the top and bottom stripes, which you can trim off and use that as binding if you wanted to. So I'll probably use this in a different project, but I think it could look fun. Also, it wasn't going to fit quite with the size of these HRTs. Yeah. So I'll do something else with this one. And then also it comes in two neutrals. So I think I've shown these before. But a few years ago, we did these neutral panels of the Watcher skull. We did them in gray and white, but this time around, they've got little colored tooth. So this one has a little pink tooth, and then the white and gray has a blue tooth. Not like a headset, but a little Bluetooth, cute little Bluetooth. So I have to do something with these panels. It's funny that often Andover sends me this. This is sample yardage. It's not final production. It's very close to final production. Like the colors are very accurate. But they send me sample yardage, so I'll make stuff with it. But then I get so busy that sometimes there are collections that sit there for a couple months, and I'm like, I need to make something with this. So this is my first project with Prismatic. I'll be excited to see how people mix it with other collections as well. Anyway, I just wanted to pop in, say hello, see how everyone's doing. I know yesterday I posted and asked what people do for their summer projects. So this is my indoor project. I'm hoping that, you know, I can spend a bit of time sewing it together next week. That'll be my break from continuing to work on this fabric sale listing process. And then I've also got some outdoor hand projects. So I'll share those maybe next week. I'll share with you the projects that I'm planning to do while I'm sitting on this at the beach. So that'll be my next week update. For now, I think I'm done playing with this. I shouldn't touch it. I have to go back to the fabric sale situation. I'm going through old collections or older collections and listing a lot of different fabrics. So I've got Atomic, some Rancho Relaxo, lots of Glaze 3, Iconic. What else? There's a few Almost Blue fabrics, a few Stealth fabrics. I'm looking at my rolls. Oh yeah, Verdigris. There's a lot. It's my place is packed. I always I'll cut up bolts and sell some of it, and then I'll think, I'm going to save this for myself. I'll get around to sewing with it. And then I don't. I don't have time. So like I'll cut like a yard for myself, save that, and now everything else has to go. So I'm aiming to have this sale up, hopefully, I don't know, 12th or 13th, like end of next week. You'll be the first to know. As Sew Squad members, I'll give you the heads up before anyone else. Yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. But you know what? This is my fun. This is my fun for the next 2 weeks, and then the sale stuff will be less fun but exciting to get it out of my space and get ready, because I'll be getting bolts of this probably next month. So I need space for that because I got no room in here. Anyway, all right, everybody. I hope you're having a great week. Again, if you want to try out this ruler, the Herty ruler from Latifa Safir, I can post it also in the Sew Squad a little bit about it. It even makes these, oh my gosh, makes super tiny ones. So all the way from 1 by 2 inch, 1.5 inch to 3, 2 by 4, 2.5, 5, 3 by 6. Oh, there's also like 1 by 6. Ooh, you can do like narrower ones too. So there's like ones that are longer strip HRTs and then more square, I don't even know, wider. But it goes all the way up to 6 by 12. That's the largest size finished for these. And the ones I'm using are a nice size. They're finished 5 by 10. So, oh, and she has different sizes of the Herty itself too. Awesome. Very cool. Latifah's a great person, and she's got some really cool patterns that go along with this ruler. And then also her other rulers, she's got, multiple patterns for the clammies. And yeah, she's a great designer and artist. So have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll chat soon. Tomorrow, for those of you who are in Chaos with a Twist, that's our last session for that class. I'm excited to see everyone's quilts and where they're at. I'm doing that class again in person, 2027 in France. It's the only time I'll be doing that class in 2027. So if you're interested in joining me in France and doing a 5-day retreat for Chaos with a Twist, please go check it out on my site. All the details are there. And then Sunday, we have a Patch Lab working session, 2 hours to hang out and stitch our Patch Lab projects. All right. Okay, everybody, over and out. Have a great weekend. Stay cool if you're in somewhere hot like I am, and stay warm if you're somewhere cold. Okay, we'll chat soon. Bye, everybody.